Hard in your feelings, they can feel it. What else they feel? Let's get it. Bada get 'em litty. It's a turn up. What else they feel? Let's get it. Bada get 'em litty, 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 litty. It's a turn up. Yeah. It's a turn up. Yeah. Bada get 'em litty. It's a turn up. Bada get 'em litty. Let's go. It's a turn up.
Welcome to High Style Sundays. Y'all know what's going on. We down here at the Dream Factory, the exclusive lounge and studios. You know I got LaBoca on deck. Got Spliffy nowadays. Creek like somewhere around. Man, I got a special guest in here today, straight from Cali, hometown. It's Baltimore, but he's from Cali. Man, DopeLame, what's going on, man?
Man, you know me, man. Feeling good. Yeah, man, it's a blessing to be here. I appreciate y'all for bringing me through, bro. You know the deal.
Real shit,
Yes,
real
sir.
shit.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming down. Now, for everybody that doesn't know you, know what you about, let them know.
All right, I'm an artist and a multifaceted entrepreneur, you know, from the city. Beautiful part, I got to step out the city, you know what I'm saying, see different things, see different places, like, and feel the differences in the environment. And like Atlanta, you know, Los Angeles, all that. And that's a beautiful thing, you know, because my perspective opened up. And what happened was it gave me a stronger viewpoint to bring back home, you know. So I'm glad to be back home with the gang, you know, sitting here, High Styles. I got a lot to talk about with y'all, you know. Yeah, I'm an artist, baby, an artist, and I'm one of the best. I'm turned in real life. My music genuine. I'm turned. We got a show coming, you know, July 1st. The day that weed is actually illegal, you know, in Baltimore when the new laws changed. We got a big performance, you know, a festival, Music and Puff Fest with the Loudy Puff Boys. So, you know, it's another thing to tap in with. Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So now take it back for us.
Let's do it.
When you growing up as a kid, you know, what was that like for you out here? You from Baltimore, right? Born and raised?
Yeah.
All right, so what was that like for you?
I say a real adverse experience for me, bro, because I'm not like everybody else. I was always different, seeing things different, recognize little like differences in principle, character, and all that, you know, amongst people. But I'm a product of my environment, so I'm kind of like, I'm a blend. I'm a blend of everybody else as well. You know, I'm a blend of the city. I feel like being from where we from, it molded me to not really care as much and to be willing to like lose everything. So it helped, you know, upon this journey. Like when I got into the music, coming up the way we came up helped out. You know, regular school situations, I bounced between schools, got put out of schools a couple times, things like that. I mean, I'm a Baltimore guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Baltimore kid. I don't really like, it's funny because as I'm speaking on it, I realize that I don't really like to give too much like pain or too much. I don't like to harbor. I don't like to harbor on the past and harbor on old things. You know, I'd rather like kind of walk into the progression of what we can create. You know, the past is like it's dead. You know, in a sense. But I'm appreciative of the foundation. So I say my life was like whatever people rap about, but I just choose to live different. You know, and leave all that stuff where it was at. You know, I try to. Yeah.
Okay. And now, I may skip a little bit ahead here, but break down the name DopeLame because you know that's an interesting choice of two words to put together. So, break that down for us.
So it's funny, right? A couple years ago, right before I started rapping, I ain't have an Instagram, none of that. So all that stuff is new to me. And we had started the clothing line. It's one of our clothing lines, True Rebel Gods. And I needed like a way to push. So I needed to start something on the media. So I'm like, all right, let me start this Instagram. And I needed a name. So it was that simple. It was like I needed a name, and I thought of something true to me. I'm like, I'm a dope nigga, but I'm different. Like the lame came from just like who I am. Like I'm vegan, you know. I read books and like do different stuff, like meditate, work out, you know, things that's not necessarily the societal norm, especially for like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Not just like I'm not a J. Cole. I'm me. So it's like when I walk through, people feel a certain presence. It's like I feel like that was something. It was something cool and easily embraced by my spirit. I ain't really care what nobody else thought. It was like dope lame. Like I'm a lit nigga that like lame stuff. You know, so yeah, straight like that.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. And because I've seen some of your shows and like y'all, I mean, I'm telling the truth, y'all got the
Yeah,
life of the party
acting
every
crazy.
place you
Yeah.
go. So like, what's that like having all that attention around you? What's that like having that light on you? You know, keeping that energy up.
Um, it's natural. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like I don't really get caught up in moments. I realize that I'm not big on. I feel like since I take everything the same, like compliments and criticism, I take it all equal. So while everybody wilding and fans and people is like caught up in that little space, I kind of just take it in and think of like, what can I do with this attention? Like, what can I do with this energy? What can I do with this energy to make something strong and good come out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like it be feeling like natural. Like it don't. It's like my high kind of comes from what I'm doing for the people, not just the screams or cheers of the people. You know, it's like, well, what am I doing for them? If I do something good, that's when it make all the attention make sense. So just like turning up, it's like, bro, I'm naturally turned. Like I don't really gotta think too hard. Like it's just that's fun to me. You know what I'm saying? But I think like when I'm watching everybody and I'm looking, and then everybody coming up after the show, after a performance, it's like my mind be like, what can I do for y'all? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm thinking the whole time. Like, how can I take these moments and turn them into something better? Like, that's really where I be at.
Okay,
You
okay,
know?
okay. And now, take us through your music path. You know, where did it all start for real? And then when did you know, like, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing?
That's so funny. So one day I never cared about rapping. Like I ain't care at all. Like I ain't grow up thinking about music or nothing. And one day, me and my brother Rico, one day I had a dream that I was rapping. And then the next day I woke up from the dream and my brother Rico ended up like he was talking, he hit me on the phone and he was like, bro, when we start rapping, it's over. But we ain't never talk about music or nothing, you know? So like he said that and I'm like, all right, it's over. You know, that day I started telling people, like from that day, I started telling niggas I'm the best. I decided I was gonna rap, told niggas I'm the best. Like it just started like that. And I knew if I choose to do something, I'm not really looking for acceptance or thinking about, oh, how is it gonna go? Am I going to be nice? I don't care. Like I'm putting my mind to it, I'm gonna do it. So it was like from that day. And that was about, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. And just went hard with it. My first time being like in the studio and really working with people was the first time I realized I had insecurities. Like, cause before I'm naturally like a confident, just lit guy. And then when I went to rap and be in the mic and in the studio in front of people is when it made me like realize I had to check my character and confidence. And it was like, okay, bro, if this really you, then nigga be you. You can't be scared to shine. You can't like hold back. It's like nigga go ahead and be you. Spit it out. It don't matter who around. Do your thing. And that was natural to my character, so I embraced it and just went with it. I already knew before anything turned up. I was I knew what was going on. I already knew where we was headed. Like it was like we were just getting started. Like we just getting started today, you know. But I know exactly where we're going, you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. What would you say, like, because you've been in studios, I'm sure from here to Atlanta and all over the place to Cali now, right? So, what to you is your best experience in the studio?
That's wild, nice in the studio. Best experience in the studio probably it's the Atlanta artist, man. One of Soldier Boy artists, Flo Malcolm. We had some great experiences, and that's when I learned how to do my own music, learn how to record myself. Like I learned a lot. I never knew any of that stuff. And then working with them, it was him and another one of his artists. And working with them, like my experience turned up, you know. And it was in the midst of like highly lit and high vibrational, you know what I'm saying, environment. So we got a lot of hoes, a lot of, everybody turned up, and I'm like in the middle of everything that's moving, and I'm just kind of still and like learning. And I started like as soon as I learned how to record, I started dropping my own like tapes and albums and all that, recording them myself. So I said like definitely with them. It was like with one of Soldier artists. And that happened in Atlanta, I mean, no, that happened in LA, but he from Atlanta. That was yeah. I definitely got a shout bro out for that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, yeah, that was one of my definitely
And now, are you independent, son?
independent.
Independent.
Independent, yeah.
Why stay that independent route, and how's that help?
Um,
Because you're around a lot of people that could.
yeah, for sure. Leverage, and true faith. I think it's funny. Like you asked me that. All right, so before I started rapping, I was like up. Just like money wise, like my hustle, everything on point was up, and then I started rapping. And by the time I started rapping, I was down, and a lot of stuff had crashed and burned in my life. I had to build it back up. And me rapping in that moment, it made me. I went through phases of thinking about signing, phases of wanting a deal to get some of that financial leverage and support, and be able to back myself and back our brands and my people, the family. Like we got an empire. But the more you just go through things, like, cause I had a label hit me. I probably only had like 300 followers on Instagram. I had the first label hit me, and what the guy said, I'm gonna go ahead and say it on the interview. He was like, they actually had a female try to talk to me. I'm not gonna put names out there, but she was like, would you like to have? She's like, she's already trying to get me to open up to the opportunity, and she was like, well, how? She's like, just what would you be willing to do? And asking me them questions, and then started getting specific and saying little funny stuff like, just a little dick in your ear, $500,000, blah blah, like throwing these little phrases and stuff out there, and I'm just like, I kept it cool energetically, but it helped me realize like, nah, bro, all that leverage and all that, keep that and bring that in the family, keep it for the empire, don't get it to nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, because the heads of certain organizations, like these not people I want to actually be in business with. So it's like it would be a lack of faith to me to sign a deal in a sense. And I still think about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would still think because we know what to do with money. So I think like, yo, if that money comes in my family and my organization, then we can turn all these brands up. But at the same time, I'm giving a lot of leverage, to these outside organizations. I'm willing to not do that and take this process however we got to take it. Because I feel like in my mind, the success already there. The success is there. The success is working towards a progressive ideal. We already successful. I'm willing to take the journey and let the money come.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, I know you mentioned your brand a little bit, but if you could elaborate more, this is something else you do besides rapping. So
Indeed.
talk to us about that.
Indeed. So my brother Rico, he go out Rico the God. His name, Instagram name, True Rebel Rico. He started the first brand, this brand, True Rebel Gods. And I'm a real family oriented guy. So like if one of my brothers, one of my partners starts something, even if I don't really want nothing to do with it, like I ain't care about fashion, I ain't care at all. But it was one of my brothers doing it. So I'm watching him putting his energy and time in. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you be alone. So I just jumped in and started putting hands on. And in doing that, I started realizing I got a lot of creative ideas, that I wanted to let flow out. And then we'd have like little conflicts of interest. Like I might like some stuff he don't like, or I want to do some designs my brother wasn't with. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna create mine. We gonna start another brand. Then we ended up having two brands. One brand for a certain aesthetic, another brand for another aesthetic, and we branched and did that a couple times. So then we ended up with four brands. And it's my brother True Rebel Rico, the girl Q the General. Another one of our partners, me, and our brother Bop. We got four brands. Now it's actually like 5 or 6. So we done made a couple more branches, a couple new faces, new partners. So yeah.
Okay, you working. How's that been for you, like on the fashion sense, like taking us through the business end of it?
Everything go hand in hand. The fashion go hand in hand with the music. I feel like I came to realize that you can't associate your influence, success, or growth with the money early on. You know, if you allow yourself to be swayed by how much money or revenue the company bringing in, y'all might not realize how much y'all doing and how much y'all accomplish. You know, I feel like I came to realize that because we done did so much, and at first it was like a strong lack of support. You know, and then everybody eventually they start jumping on your dick. You know, and everybody want to come be a part. But at first it was a strong lack of support, and I realized that since we never stopped and never cared, it gives us a lot of leverage, and it made everybody watching from the outside go like, oh shit, like they really doing it. And they see designer brand, they see True Rebel God, see Elevate Vert Fashion, you know what I'm saying? They see Saban, shit ain't about nothing. And it's like, oh, whoa. And they didn't know at first, like, nigga, we doing all this without y'all support, you know? And it helped me realize, like, yo, it's just like music. The clothes and everything is just like the music and everything else. Like, bro, you gotta be willing to do it, willing to fail, willing to not have support, willing for your family, homies, whoever to just be like, man, fuck it, and not do nothing for you. And y'all still keep stepping, you know. So yeah, I feel like it went hand in hand with the music. Helped me come to realize, like, bro, keep going, be creative. Don't allow yourself to settle based on what you feel like somebody else is giving you or the amount of support your fans or fan base of people is coming with.
Okay, okay, I like
You
that, I
know,
like that. And how, like, with the fashion, the music, what's your mental like to you? Like, where you find your most peace at? How do you get away?
being alone,
Mm,
being alone. Um, I spent a lot of time alone, and I feel like being conscious of being grounded. A lot of times internally, I pay attention. I think evaluating yourself, evaluating your mind, your comfortability, evaluating your thought, your them little thoughts and where your energy is at. If you be conscious of it, you'll realize when you're slipping. And I think that I'm somebody that always, like, for the most part, I realize when my energy's slipping. I can wake up in the morning and know, like, I need to have a real meditative day. You know what I'm saying? I need to duck off. I need to go put the phone over there, turn it off. I need to be in the cut today. I don't need to respond to no messages, no emails, no nothing. Like, and it'll help me, you know. So that alone time, because that alone time, it lets you know what's really important. It'll let you know the people that's important. It lets you know the things in your life that's important. You know, it lets you know what you're doing in your life that you can give up and what you need to pick up. You know what I'm saying? So I say definitely true, genuine, alone time. No TVs, no media, no interviews, no nothing, and just being in my own space. You know, and allowing my subconscious to work through problems. You know, and heal itself. I say that's probably yeah.
okay, okay, okay. And would you say this is where you always hoped you'd be in life?
No, um, I didn't really. I never really. I thought I would always, when I was younger, probably up until like maybe like 19 or 20 or so. I just thought I was gonna hustle. I ain't really know. I ain't think. Hell no. I wasn't like thinking anything about being an entrepreneur or influencing the world in a certain way and using your voice or hell no. Hell no, not at all. It's like I love my people, but I wasn't broad enough. You know, my subconscious was too vague. I didn't even see myself really being outside the city. I used to not want to leave the city at all. You know, so hell no, I definitely ain't see that for me at all, honestly.
So where are you hoping to take it from here?
And what in which way? In like
In
a
general,
smaller physical scale? Uh,
like your overall career, clothing line, everything you got going on, where you see it in the future.
okay, so music wise, it's insurmountable. I feel like as the budget grows,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just putting me and I'm putting myself in front of a broader audience as the world come to know me. I'm gonna shake everything up. And I'm giving everybody something different and stronger to follow. And letting the world know is who you can be and who you don't have to be. And we influence it in genuine ways through all the entrepreneurial realms. Like we got business models that we working on for bringing true financial freedom globally, things that everybody can tap into to start making more money. Platforms that's going to be for the world, no matter how old you are, your age, anything, as long as you're willing to put energy forward. So it's a lot of things we got structured and we growing to really influence and innovate the subconscious program of society, bro. Honestly, um, I'm not really, I'm not a real vague guy. Our like goals with this is global and for the world, but we intermixing. It's like using the attention and audience of hip hop and audience of music to bring another source of true freedom mentally. But in order to open up a mental clairvoyance, you gotta free people financially, at least to a certain stance, so they can think for themselves, so they can be open to growth, open to change, open to new things. If you're struggling, you're not gonna be open for those things. So we definitely taking it all the way there in every realm, like every realm. We got consultants with us, a part of one of our organizations, the Loudy Puff Boys, our Loudy Puff Boys organization, which is Baltimore's first homegrown weed. We teach people how to grow. My cousin is the CEO of it, Frenchie Franchise on Instagram, teach people how to grow their own marijuana. And there's an organization behind that. And we got consultants and everything for the laws, all different guidelines, rules, regulations, outside of just like marijuana. It's the organizations we working with, our own people that's combining all of the attention to make the most useful, use of our influence and the influence that we growing and bringing. Um, so yeah, we touching the world. I like to say that we changing the world truly and in depth, piece by piece, one spirit at a time. Really, that's what we on. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now, talk to us about your event. What you got going on? What can we look forward to?
July 1st. Look, so that's with Loudy Puff Boys, but July 1st is a music festival and Puff Fest. So July 1st is more so like a concert. So we acting crazy. We going bad. We acting crazy. We turning up. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We performing. It's gonna be different artists, everything. The tickets and all that gonna be on sale. The tickets are already on sale actually. It's called the Puff Fest 2023. It's July 1st and 2nd. I'm acting crazy. Y'all gotta come. Y'all gotta be there. You gotta come see me. If y'all ain't never seen me perform, you guys can come to the state. I don't know. I might take my pants off, throw them hoes in the crowd. I'm acting crazy. I don't know. You don't know what you're gonna get with me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's how we coming.
Where's the show located
We not sure. It was gonna be at Power Plant. We not sure yet. Kind of playing around because we need a lot of venue space, and companies is willing to work with certain guidelines because of how we doing the event. So we're not 100% sure yet. We got a couple different locations already, but we really taking our time to make sure it's just right for the people. Yeah.
Okay. And now, what would you say is like your greatest advice you would give to like an up and coming artist?
Don't care what nobody got to say to you about something that you like. Don't care what anybody got to say to you about something that you like. If it's what you like, then you got to take the compliments and criticism the same. The compliments and criticism the same. Because a lot of people, they won't take any steps at all just because they thinking that of how they gonna be judged, and they thinking about what other people gonna say, or if what they doing is gonna match the levels that they've seen it done before. And the thing is, if you've seen it done before, then it's already dead, deceased, and old. You being the freshest, newest version of yourself, that's the most alienated, most lit thing that anybody ever gonna see. So I say just wake up be you, be willing to accept whatever come with you being you. Straight up. That's what I say.
You got any projects we should be looking forward to, looking out for?
I actually just dropped
Yeah.
I just dropped a tape, Bad Guys Club. So that's on all platforms, DopeLame, Bad Guys Club. And a new single just dropped, it's called Flowers. You know what I'm saying? That's the latest single out right now, Flowers. So yeah, those two, they the last ones out right now.
What's your favorite lyric you said from the last project?
Favorite lyric from the last project. I say it's the beginning of the hook. The beginning of the hook. And Flowers is, they be hating on the way that I walk. Try to judge me by the way that I talk. Dope, not the one you try to cross. I'm dripping in that sauce, get it off. You know what I'm saying? So it just, I open up. They be hating on the way that I walk. Try to judge me by the way that I talk. Dope, not the one you try to cross. I'm dripping in that sauce, get it out. Yeah. I say that just off the rip, the way we open it up.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
You got any last words, any shout outs, anything you want to say, man?
Man, I want to say shout out High Styles one more time. Yeah, man. Shout out High Styles Sundays. Brother been trying to get me in for a minute. I've been out the city. As soon as I stepped in the city, they're like, yo, come on. We through here right now. ASAP, let's get it. So shout out, shout out the brothers, man. Shout out Boca. And then the whole organization, the family. True Rebel Guards, True Rebel Rico, Q the General, Designer, me, myself. Shout out my mother. Shout out my mother. The family, my brother Ray, everybody, Yeah.
Okay.
Loudy Puff Boys, baby.
Appreciate you. Y'all know what's going on. We got DopeLame here, man. Appreciate you coming down.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Already. Appreciate that. Y'all know what's going on. We down here at the Dream Factory. Got all the sponsors on deck. Spliffy. LaBoca here, everybody here. Man, once again, appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all for having me, bro. Yes, sir.
Of course. Y'all keep tuning in.
Let's go. They ain't never met a nigga like me, come check my get down. I've been trying to tell these old niggas that I'm lit. I've been lit since a kid, a lot of years now. I'm standing tall, like I got my mind clear now. I'm hoping that you get it, you don't dig it, you can sit down. You can miss me with the hating, got a question you can ask, I'm legit now. I'm ripped now from working up, I should strip down. Get jiggy on your girl, she got a hand on a clip now.